Hi friends, today I'm going to be talking about how I landed my first ever software engineering internship. Currently, I work as a software engineer intern at Intuit. I would consider it my first official, real software engineering internship. I have technically worked previous software developer internships at the government of Canada, but I never prepared for any technical interviews because they just didn't have a technical interview process. So I started preparing for the internship hunt about a year ago, around July 2023. That's when I started getting my resume ready and I started preparing on Leetcode. I actually started interviewing for roles as early as August 2023, and I continued interviewing all the way till January 2024 because, well, I failed a lot of interviews, but that's a whole other story for a different time. I ended up seeing a posting for a role at Intuit for winter 2024 around November, late November 2023, so pretty late. And I ended up getting the role, and so I entered the company in January 2024 on a different team and not as a software developer intern. But when I was in touch with my recruiter and I was accepting my offer for winter 2024, I did tell her that, hey, I'm interested in hopefully interviewing for the software developer role for the summertime. Then when applications came out for the software developer role in January, I was able to be amongst the first to actually interview for the software developer role, and I was able to land the position swiftly after, around the end of January. It is quite a unique process because I did enter internally from a different role within the company. Regardless, I think that the preparation process that I used would still be the same even if I didn't apply internally. I was also recruiting and applying externally. Prior to applying for software engineering interviews, I straight up did not have a software engineering resume. I had a product manager resume, which is quite different. I had a whole section dedicated to like leadership and extracurriculars. So I had to change up my resume quite a bit. And then this was my software engineer resume that I created. I use latex on a website called Overleaf, which is quite a popular platform to create software engineering resumes, but I don't think it's mandatory. I have a lot of friends who have landed incredible jobs using like Google Docs or Microsoft Word. There's also a very well-known template called Jake's resume that I based off my resume. I literally use the same sections. I know a lot of people in tech, in engineering, think it's more of like a business thing, that they just don't need to do it. And I do think that this can be partially true. It's definitely not mandatory, and it's not like you have to network to land some really great interviews and jobs. But I do think it can help if you know how to network. For example, I was connected with the Intuit recruiter literally 2 years before applications came out this year. So I had been connected to her. I think I met her through a networking career event, and I had reached out to her several times, but recruiters get tons and tons of messages, so obviously they're not going to be able to get back to every single person. But I was able to be connected to her, so I got to see all her posts as she posted. I was literally on LinkedIn the minute she posted those job postings for Intuit. I was able to apply right away. I messaged her right away and she actually replied to me. So I definitely think that was a big reason as to how I was able to get the interview and get my foot in the door. I got the software engineering interview. Yay! For Intuit specifically, there was no online assessment, so I got to skip this stage, which also emphasizes the point of networking because the way that they're going to filter out applicants for interviews is obviously the resume, but also if you do something extra like connect with the recruiter and network. I was also able to skip the phone screen. I'm not sure if Intuit just didn't have a phone screen. Skipping straight into the live coding round. Obviously this is the most important step, and this is really the make or break step before the offer. For the live coding round, I was told that I would need to make a presentation on a technical project that I was proud of. So I guess that's not coding. And then I was also told that I would have an object-oriented design question and a Leetcode type question. There's no shortcut around it. How I would recommend approaching Leetcode is starting with Blind 75 or Neetcode 150, going through them topic by topic until you're able to understand the pattern of the topic. Besides doing Leetcode, I think it's really important to first and foremost build a strong foundation in programming. Not just memorizing a bunch of Leetcode solutions, but learning how to understand the problems that you're solving. This is why I am super excited to share about today's sponsor, Brilliant. Brilliant is a learning platform where you learn by doing. It consists of thousands of courses on math, programming, AI, data analysis. All the content on Brilliant is carefully crafted by an award-winning team at MIT, Duke, Google, Microsoft, and more. What I love the most about Brilliant is their bite-sized lessons. You can literally do this on the go at any time. For me, one topic that I've been dying to learn more about is large language models. I've tried looking up articles online. They use so many technical terms. I'm just like, so lost. That changed when I recently started a course, How LLMs Work. You get to have real hands-on experience with language models. You get to witness the importance of training data, as well as how to tune a large language model. To try out this large language model course or anything that Brilliant has to offer, click the link in my description box below. You'll get access to everything on the platform for free for the first 30 days, and you'll also get 20% off an annual subscription. All right, back to the video now. I reviewed grokking the object-oriented design interview and just reviewed, object-oriented basics, the principles, and I also did some self-mocks on some of the sample interview questions. Based on my past experiences, I was able to select a meaningful technical project that I was able to have a lot of direct impact on, and I put together a slide deck on Canva just to make it look a little pretty. I also started off with basic slides on myself, a little bit about my goals, aspirations, interests, so that the interviewers would get to know me a bit more beyond just the coding project. During the actual interview, I ended up having to present my project, but also I got a pretty simple Leetcode question, and I didn't get asked a design question, so I prepared for nothing. JK, it was still helpful and actually pretty fun. I ended up getting the offer, I believe, 1 week after my interview, and I was able to sign soon after. That is the process of how I landed my first official software engineering internship. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe if you found this video helpful at all. And don't forget to check out the links in my description box below for all the resources I mentioned.